Leo Venus, this is your love reading for January 2025 or whenever it is that you see this. My name's Podkane, and if you don't know your Venus sign, I invite you to check out a website like astrocharts.com where you can get your full astrology birth chart. All you need is your place of birth and your day of birth, of course. Leo Venus, I feel so much more well-spoken today, or like right now anyway, doing your reading. Let's see what's going on for you in your relationship. This is for people who are currently in a relationship. You can kind of extrapolate this to mean an ex, and occasionally I get readings for exes as well, like I did this month for Gemini. But my intention is to read for a relationship regardless. So let's see what's going on with Leo Venus. Get an oracle card for them. Getting two. Idyllic times and miracles. All right. Miracles, ancient wisdom. And idyllic times, the garden, paradise. Idyllic times can also be idealization, but let's see what that is for you, what that means for you in your reading. So this is a spread that I developed called You and I, and it talks about how you're showing up, how they're showing up, your person. You know who your person is if you're watching this. If not, you'll get clarification on it. And the issue between you, what's going on, your hopes, your fears, their fears, how they see you, how you see them, and what you're learning about and the connection. And we will keep pulling till we get answers for you. If anything comes up where I want more information, I'm going to get it. Leo Venus, what's going on in your relationship? Okay, we ready. You're showing up as the Page of Coins reverse, having trouble being a good student or learning from a situation. Also could have trouble finding resources. Tower. Okay, so there's been a major upset in your life, in your relationship recently. How about your person? What's going on with them? Six of Wands, Two of Cups. Okay. They are feeling a lack of identity in the relationship. They're feeling like they're not being appreciated or noticed. They are embarrassed of the relationship, perhaps. But I do just feel like they feel powerless in the relationship. And they're very sorrowful over that. They are not able to heal and move on from it at this time. They could be feeling a little sorry for themselves as well. Let's get some more information about what this issue is between Leo Venus and their person. The Nine of Swords reversed, working to move past overthinking, or this could even be, yeah, there's hope, healing, but justice reversed in the Five of Pentacles. There's hope for this relationship, but right now there's an unfair balance that's left someone out in the cold. I would, well, I don't know. I think maybe both of you feel like you're out in the cold, but we'll just see, okay, as we go. But ultimately, this could be some type of thoughtlessness that occurred. And with you having the Page of Coins reversed, I'm going to venture to guess it was on your part. Okay, stay tuned. You want answers, you want solutions. I got them for you. I'm going to keep it real. So what do you want out of the relationship, Leo Venus? The Wheel of Fortune. All good things come to Leo. Judgment. You want to reach a purpose and a higher calling. You are not settling for less. You want to make sure that this is your soulmate, your person. No question. You want to equal give and take. You want to be given to financially. This isn't full and total support, you know, but this is more of like a, you know, we want things to be equal and balanced and fair, but it's a little bit more on practical levels and not so much in terms of how we speak to each other, how we relate to each other emotionally, our desires or passions or anything like that. It's more like, well, you work this much, I'll work this much. We both, you know, we do 50-50 here, you know, like, you know, that's kind of where your mind's at. But ultimately, you want self-actualization. You want to know that this is a true soulmate connection, and you'll accept nothing less. You want it to be fated, and you also want to be heard powerfully for your message. What do they want out of the situation? What do they want out of the relationship? Four of Cups reverse. I mean, they feel like they'll just accept whatever. Their standards are a hell of a lot lower than yours. What else? Queen of Swords. I mean, they like that, you know, a smart person, someone who's very intelligent, knows what they want. They like someone strong, and they want clarity. High Priestess. They want clarity and certainty that their person is right for them intuitively. But ultimately, for right now, at the, you know, at the base of that, we saw the Four of Cups reverse, which means they'll pretty much take whatever right now. I think that they may have some, with these two cards here pulling up for them, they may have some self-image issues that they need to work through, where they feel like they are insecure about their appearance. All right. What are your fears in the situation, Leo Venus? What are your fears? What are you afraid of? What are you trying to avoid? Got the Ten of Swords reversed, self-sabotage, Three of Cups reversed, gossip, and lack of support, losing your friends, Four of Wands reversed, not having anything to celebrate or celebrating too quickly, feeling like, you know, oh, I'm in this relationship, it's all great, and then it all falls apart. You're afraid of being made fun of. You're afraid of getting with someone who is going to ruin your chances at this soulmate connection. You want to make sure that they're the ideal person for you. What are they afraid of? What's Leo Venus's person afraid of? King of Swords. They're afraid of... Okay. They're afraid that they are not stable enough for you and they're not healed enough for you. They're over... They know very well what they're afraid of too. They're very much in touch with that. There's childhood trauma that they've tried to process. But they know full well this aspect in themselves. How do you see them? Nine of Coins, the Moon. I think it's a twofold thing. Nine of Coins, you see them as having a good deal of financial security and abundance. You see them at having some level of mastery over what they're doing, that they're doing something that they're passionate about for money. Otherwise, that they're quite independent. And with the Moon there, you may be uncertain about them. There's still some things that are hidden to you. You're hoping they're an emperor. You're hoping that they are they have a level of mastery over their will and their ability to create, their ability to emotionally empathize with others and be a leader and an initiator of action and purpose and making things happen in their life. You know, even a good father if they're male. But someone who's a leader. How do they see you? How do they see Leo Venus? They similarly see you as being very masterful in your finances and your practical matters. They see you as kind of holding a few things close to your chest and not being very open with everything. You don't communicate enough with them, and they're not quite sure why. This could also be a bit of immaturity here, but they feel like you're holding something close to your chest, and they're even afraid of you being disingenuous on the easy side or a straight up liar. Worst case scenario, because you're just not communicating enough in their eyes. How can you support them better? Leo Venus, how can you support your person better? Three of Swords. The Sun reversed. Death. Wow. Ace of Wands reversed. You need to separate the issue of your own dissatisfaction and happiness in life from your desire to change the relationship. So whatever you've gone through recently, okay, I'm so sorry for that, whatever it was. That does not mean that this relationship needs to go too. That does not mean that it caused this problem. There's something deeper going on here that you haven't been illuminated on yet. And in order to support them better, you need to know that they're here to help you, not to hurt you. But they've been wounded as well. And whatever your impulse thought is to do right now, you better put it off and put it aside if you want to continue this connection with them. I'm just going to say that. They could better support you by allowing you some alone time. Ace of Cups reversed. Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah, there's some level of depression and sadness that you're going through right now that you need some alone time to process, that they really can't help. And it's important with the Hangman. Okay, you just need some time alone to process this, to gain a new perspective. And realize that your impulses to hurry up and change this whole situation is not going to solve it. And with them trying to kind of be like, well, what's wrong? How can I help? I feel like, I'm not being heard. You're not listening to me. Like, you need to communicate like, hey, this isn't about you. I need time alone to process this. You can't help me with this. I still appreciate you. Let's reconvene at a later time to figure these things out. To come back to our relationship. But at the moment, I just need some time alone. There's still hope with the star for our relationship. But right now I can't be fair or kind to you with the way that you need, because I'm trying to process this trauma and drama. What are you learning about relationships? What are you learning about right now through this relationship, Leo Venus? What are you learning about? Four of Swords, your need for rest. King of Wands reversed. Without rest, you become a control freak or just a mean and nasty person, very irritable without anything nice to say, and that hurts others. And you realize that you need to start taking your alone time more seriously, your healing more seriously, that you cannot just rush in, fools rush in, right? You cannot rush in and do your impulse behaviors and actions, because now you have someone here who is vulnerable to you and will be hurt by it. And that will cause even greater damage than what you're already trying to deal with. It's important to communicate your need for alone time and time to process. To move forward with this relationship anyway. What are they learning about? What's Leo Venus's person learning about? Either work or repeating situations. Trying to get good at something. Page of Cups, providing an emotional positive message without argument, without competition. Non-competitive, positive emotional messaging. I think they're learning, this is so weird that I'm getting this, but they're learning that not everyone is like them. And even though they have a habit of being positive and trying to, show a sign of good faith and be supportive and not combative or competitive, that's not how you are. Especially when you're vulnerable, especially when you're hurting, you can say and do a lot of nasty things. And I think that they're learning that people are different. You are different. And again, communicating with them about the way that is could be very helpful to their understanding. What are you needing to let go of right now, Leo Venus? What are you needing to let go of? Seven of Swords. The Fool reversed. Queen of Wands at the base. Which would be you. You know, this suspicion of hidden enemies, taking that suspicion seriously to the point where you are highly self-defensive and self-protective. You have a strong sense of self-worth, something that your person is not as strong in. And they are, you know, they're not trying to do anything to you. They just want to be heard and validated. They are continually seeking your validation. Their relationship is very important to them. Having said that, you know, it's important that you let go of this concept that you need to defend yourself from all enemies, hidden and known, and that if you don't take this seriously, that you'll be destroyed or defeated or whatever. There's ego issues at play, where you're like, how dare you read my mind, or you know, they don't know. They really don't know. They're very much as confused about you as you are about them at this time, which is why it's important that you kind of take a breath and step away from each other. What are they letting go of? What is Leo Venus's person letting go of? What do they need to let go of? Okay, lack of communication, all cost mentality to get a new perspective. I mean, they are so they're so distraught over not hearing from you. They're so distraught over not knowing how to fix a solution, find the solution, fix the situation, fix all your problems, make it go away, get a new perspective on what's really happening. They are totally obsessing over it, where these answers are not immediately available to them. And they aren't because they're not immediately available to you. You just need time. And they are learning. They need to let go of needing answers right away to, you know, resolve everything, which will build their own validating energy in themselves. That's something that they need also. Can we clarify for Leo Venus what's at the heart of this situation? Laid to rest. Let go of lingering disputes and make peace together. Celestial grace. In special moments, feel the blessed touch of the divine guiding your path. There's still hope here. You know, the star. There's still a lot of hope, but you got to let bygones be bygones. They're not your enemy. They just want your validation. They just want your attention and your love, to know that you still share a connection. They need to hear it. They need to know it. They need to feel it. Devotion blooms. Nurture both blossoms and thorns with tenderness. That's a big one. You know, it's not all about the ideals. When I see this with these two cards here of what you want, you know, that's great. Those things are available in reality. You can have that with this person, but not without great cost. That's not reality. That's not the way the world works. You need that contrast of difficulties, tough times, disagreements, arguments, distance and confusion, separation, trauma, drama, all of it, right? Without that, how would you know what's validated? How would you know what feels good? How would you know what your purpose is? These are all things that are necessary and inseparable from any human experience, whether it's a relationship or anything else. And if you can look at the difficulties that you've both experienced together from a place of gratitude for how much it taught you about the devotion that you share between each other, that you stood by each other through difficult times, that you loved each other with unconditional love, regardless of how crappy the other person was acting. That's where you start to turn the gears in a positive direction towards validating and affirming beliefs about even the most difficult times that you've experienced in your relationship. Oh. All right. Can we get an oracle card that speaks to Leo Venus's person's feelings? What are their feelings? What are they feeling right now about their relationship? Leo Venus's person, what are they feeling? They're afraid to be alone. You stay in bad relationships because you are lonely. Be okay being with yourself. That's something that they need to learn, because you're asking for a little bit of space and separation, and then you're quite needy at this time. They're afraid that you're moving away from them. And not my type. Be different to different types of people, because you may be surprised who you find. Again, this goes back to how they are now learning that your way of behavior when you are in times of stress, distress, or even your default communication style is quite different to theirs. And they're learning about that. You may be surprised who you find. They need to everyone, I suggest, boldly, hot take, I suggest everyone needs to find someone with a different communication style than their own. As difficult as it may be, it adds so much value to the relationship. What are you feeling? Criticizing your partner is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities. Expectations. When you expect too much, no one measures up. Ditch your list. Want what's real. Want what's real. They cannot measure up to this fantasy of being your soulmate. To what is that actually? Are you trying to date yourself? What does your soulmate do? What does your soulmate look like? What do they act like? How similar are they to, the fairy tale? What are their bad qualities? How do they annoy you? Your ideal person, how do they annoy you? That's not a question you can answer. Yet that's how people actually are. And, your person has a lot to offer. And I know you know that, but this uncertainty is all coming from a place of not meeting them on a real level with the idealization. You're expecting some kind of, miracle to happen where you're with, Jesus himself or whoever. You can't get on an even ground. You can't learn about who they actually are with Page of Coins reversed. Your dissatisfaction with this making you want to run away is a major issue. You're trying to fit them into this mold that's unrealistic, and that's the essence of this problem. You're not being fair. You're pushing them away. What does Leo Venus's person want to say to them? I know that I crossed the line with you. I mean, is that true? What else? I feel you even though we are apart. I hid behind material things. I knew exactly what I was doing. Anything else? I wish I could share my good news with you. Okay. They do not want to let you go. They don't want to let you go. Let's get some oracle message of advice for Leo Venus in their relationship. Take responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live. Own it. Stay present. That is where life happens. You know, even the choice to criticize or to, you know, have these impossibly high standards to meet, of not being willing to communicate, of being hypercritical towards yourself and then that exploding onto your other person. You know, you've got to take responsibility for that. That has a cause. That cause has an effect. And it's really hurting your person. Okay. Leo Venus, that was your reading for this month. I hope it was helpful. If you like that, I also do monthly rising sign readings for all of the rising signs, as well as pick a cards and other stuff I have coming soon. And if you like that, please give me a like, give me a subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And until I see you next time, bye.